YOLO swag, man. You see something in the back right here? You see something in the back right here? What's up, everybody? Before I get to the topic of the video, I would like to say I finished. Damn! Yeah! That's Dora the Explorer crossed with Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool. If you think it's pretty cool, check out the Twitter, check out the Pinterest. I got shit for you too. That's where I put my drawings at. Like, you go to Twitter, find my drawings, or if you want to actually make it easier to see my drawings, just go on Pinterest, bro. Just go on Pinterest. Just go on Pinterest. Bitch, go on Pinterest. Alright, now to the topic at hand. Why Star Wars sucks. I just watched The Last Jedi today. So I'm gonna tell you why Last Jedi wasn't really that great for me. I mean, it's like an movie, it's alright, but it's kind of a disappointment. I'm gonna tell you why. Finn, I was just disappointed with the dude because he's a clown. This man joking, he falling down on his back every time on some bullshit. I thought this guy was gonna put in this work. This guy's on his ass for 45 minutes. Also, he repeats his character arc from the first movie, Force Awakens. Anybody notice that? He's running away again. First time he wakes up, he got a bag packed. I don't know how he packed it that fast, but he got an escape pod. He's ready to dip. And then this Asian chick ends up to be his new love interest, comes in, knocks his ass out, and they go together on an adventure where she's saving his ass after he gets knocked down every time. There's nothing wrong with that. I ain't on that sexist shit. The problem is, Finn just seems kind of pathetic. He seems pathetic. Like, even if he were constantly being saved by anybody, man or woman, doesn't matter. He just comes off as pathetic. Garbage tier. What did this man actually do in this movie? Not a damn one. Not a damn thing. He didn't do shit in this movie. Everything he tried to do failed. And I know the theme of the movie is failure. I get it, but it's just so cringy, so depressing when you just see them fail over and over and over again. God damn! It's like me playing Fortnite. That's another problem I have. From The Force Awakens, they had a potential love arc between Finn and Rey, but they scrapped it in this movie. That shit's gone. They lowered him to side character status. If you look at the Last Jedi poster, look at where he is compared to the rest of the characters and shit, right? And if you look in the first movie, look where he is in that poster. Do you see the difference? Because in the first movie, he was a lead character. This movie, he's a side character. He's a goofball. Next point about Last Jedi. The main and one of the only things I actually liked about the movie, the fight scene with Kylo and Rey.
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna stop.
That was lit. That was lit. They were actually using their lightsabers in creative ways. Like the way Kylo killed Snoke, but it was so funny because the Snoke was going like,
I got this shit. Everything's falling into place. I'm untouchable.
And then the lightsaber right on Smoke's throne got force turned and then turned on in his body. I didn't even know y'all could do that. The lightsaber on and off switch. The on and off switch. Bro, I love how it was utilized in the fight scene. Like, the thing I've always thought of as it, growing up with Star Wars, I'm going like, why don't these people just, point it at a boy, turn it on and off, click, click, easy. Oh my goodness, the fight was amazing. That was lit. That was my favorite part of the movie, honestly. Tell me about your experience with The Last Jedi.
The new characters really kind of suck, especially my boy Flynn. Here's the black man on his back.
he
Within
did
every 30 minutes, he was on his back somewhere, knocked out at least. So he got knocked out by multiple people in this movie. So it just to me was a horrible misrepresentation of what my hopes were for the first black or the second black Jedi. We can't find two of us in all the universe. So he starts out the movie in a plastic bag, gushing water, naked. So it just starts out bad for him. Okay, here we have the resistance. But then now the resistance is getting whittled down. So at first, you see all these ships. Okay, it's a resistance. Okay. But by the time the end of the movie, it's not a resistance. It's just they need to find some extra help. Because, you got 15 guys in the spaceship. Yeah. That's not a resistance. That's one shot, one kill. But they were supposed to be sending out the distress signal. That's the whole reason they went to this planet. They said, we're going to go to the planet. We can send a distress signal and the other rebels will come and help. Not. They got the ass tore up. Normally you would think one of the crazy harebrained ideas was gonna work, like
the theme of the movie is failure. That's why,
oh well, they definitely worked on that the whole way.
Yeah,
it was failure the whole way, because from the messed up bombing of the dreadnought to the messed up attempt to disrupt the tracking them through light speed. There's just, and then the signal to the extra rebellion people, everything sucked. And then we go to Rey and her experience with Mr. Luke.
Okay.
The Last Jedi. Don't need any training. I think she just found the Jedi for Dummies book, because she can do everything a Jedi did without all Luke's training.
She already knows how to use a staff, so she pretty much had that down, or melee weapons down.
Yeah, but a staff and a lightsaber is two different things. It's like a staff and a sword. See, a staff and a sword right now would be okay because it's metal hitting on metal. But you're talking about something that can slice through your ass, which is a lightsaber. So a staff and a lightsaber is two separate things. So yeah, you might be able to block a couple of swords and stuff, but if somebody's swinging a lightsaber at you, that's a totally different thing. And me being a knife and sword fanatic, one big thing about swords and knives is that when you're fighting against somebody else, when you clash, there has to be some type of guard. Otherwise, he can just go straight down and cut your hand off. Yeah, Luke got that shit done already. That's why he got the metal hand now. So just simple, silly stuff like that, where she goes over there and asks him to train her, and he goes fishing. What the is that?
He's cut off from the Force. He got rid of his Force powers for years because he didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, and that's silly too. If the Force is always around you, of course you can not listen, but how are you cut off from the Force? It's not like, you got a divorce or nothing, and you just didn't make your alimony payments and you're up. No, the Force is always there, so you should always be there. It's just kind of a bad premise of use of the Force for me. Her still coming out just right off the bat, being able to do everything, just didn't cut it for me. And she went there and she fought with her buddy. I thought they were actually gonna come out to be lovers eventually.
Who, her and Kylo?
Yeah, Kylo, the ill-tempered little boy. He's definitely a boy with a damn. He needs some couch time. Let's just say that he needs some real couch time.
He never really got to complete in all of his lessons.
Yeah, and that's another big part. They never really talked about how he got trained. Of course, you got the little monster dude that was sitting on the throne over there, but the Sith Lords never really seemed like. You never hear anything about we took him out into the woods and he fought a Shishakaman monster and he lifted up trees with his mind. They just all of a sudden pop out and they're a Sith and they kill him, motherfuckers. You never hear about their training. You see the Jedis, they go and they're jumping, Yoda's on their back and stuff like that, and use the Force and pick up the glider out of the swamp, but you never hear about the Sith training. I would really like to know what the Sith do.
It's usually encouraged for them to kill their master, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, that seemed like a bad pension plan for the master right there. It's I think I'm gonna train one dude and just go ahead and kill him once we get everything going, but it don't ever seem to work out like that. They always get killed.
Sith, yeah, the Sith also have a weird rule called the Rule of Two. There can only be 2 Sith at a time, so they can keep their secrecy.
If I was a Sith Lord, I'd make my own rules. I'd say, you know what? We're going to have 30 motherfuckers. That way we can kill everybody. Because what's the use of having 2 Sith and they have 40 Jedi? That's the only reason why, to me, that's why the Jedi didn't kill their ass. Because, it was only 2 of them. But if you had 30 Sith, y'all can wipe all the we could have got all the Jedi out the first couple of movies.
In the prequels, they did take them out, though.
Yeah, but they used the stormtroopers and stuff to take out all the Jedis. So if you had a whole bunch of Sith, you'd been Jedi's up left and right.
Yeah, the only reason why I want to do that, they actually did try that. They had a whole bunch. There used to be a whole bunch of Sith, but they got hunted down to extinction.
I didn't see that movie. I guess that was in the books.
Yeah, it was in the movies.
This dude here, Kylo here, I can't really see him having any general for longer than about 2 or 3 days, because ain't nobody gonna please him, and he kills everybody really quick. He ain't gonna ever have any transport. He's not gonna have even a good room, because every time he gets pissed off, he destroys everything.
Anything else?
He destroys everything. So they just gonna have to line up a bunch of rooms for him and a bunch of ships and be like, okay, number 34 is ready for you, sir. Go ahead and take that one and just scrap the rest of them, because he just tears everything up for no damn reason. Then there was that thing with Luke at the end of the movie. That was pretty cool. Where he he transferred himself.
Force projection.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought that was like really like one of the coolest parts of the movie, because I didn't think of that at all.
And nobody did. That's a very new force power in the movies. Never seen that. I was going like, I actually thought at first he took all those blasts. He like came out and like with that shoulder strap, the swag. But it ends up he was just projecting.
I was thinking too. I was like, once he did all that, I was like, oh shit, he about to blow everybody ass up. I thought he was just gonna move his hand like this and knock down all of the walkers and just smile, and all of the destroyers would blow up in the sky, but he wasn't really there. One other thing that was cool about this portion of the movie, it kind of explained a little bit more of the Jedi training. Like this island was where it began, and they had the books there. So it's like, okay, what did they have over there in the other movies? Did they have just like were they just online courses or something they did?
Yeah, it was kind of online courses. They had holocrons, or basically holographic books.
He died. So now, how are the Jedi going to get trained? They already set it up for the next movie.
Yeah, it will be between Rey and Leia.
I was going to say, don't say the F word.
It's not. I know it's not Finn. I'm sorry, Finn's not force sensitive.
I would just be glad if he stay off his back. More than 30 minutes of the movie. Every 30 minutes this boy's on his back, knocked out, unconscious for some reason, and it just makes him look stupid. And I don't care, everybody got their opinion, but to me he is worse than the comic relief of the movie. He is the stupidity, making him look weak for everyone. And notice again, he got a new woman now helping him out and knocking his ass out. So every movie now that he's alive or up in it, he's getting knocked out by a new woman and being saved by this new woman. So it's making him look very stupid and very weak. How did he get knocked out the first time? He was trying to run away.
When he was fighting Kylo Ren with the lightsaber, he learned he couldn't run away anymore.
And he got his ass knocked out.
He's trying to run away again, but
he didn't get his ass knocked out. When people watch movies, you gotta pay attention to stuff, what they're putting into characters, because what they're doing is they're putting that into your consciousness. This is you. So if you identify with this person, this is what they're putting to you. He's asking about old girl. Where's she at? I thought he was actually packing his shit up to go find her. But
I thought that he was going to do that too, but no, he ran away.
The resistance is going to get destroyed, and I got to get away from here.
They're putting that shit into your psyche, into your conscious, saying, this is you. Man, this is some subconscious, subliminal, subhuman shit dealing with Mr. Finn.
They recycled his character arc too from the first movie, so it just wasn't. It's like he didn't progress. It's like he didn't really.
Well,
progress.
I think they sucked especially all the black folks in on the first movie, because when they had that poster out, I thought he was going to be a Jedi. I was happy as a runaway slave.
That was. I think that was one of the main things that made people hype for Force Awakens. But nah, it didn't happen. It was just all like Rey.
Yeah, that's because that's what it was supposed to be. Rey. That's the only. I ain't gonna say the only people, but there's not many people who've looked at all three movies, especially the first one, and said anything too nice about the Mr. Finn. Everyone came in there with certain expectations of this person, and basically they reduced him to a 1930s Chinese person in a movie going, oh, can I get some coffee for you? That's what he was reduced to. A stereotypical character that is reducing himself every movie.
And he wasn't even, in this movie, he wasn't even a lead character. He was like a side character.
Now, any movie they come out with, I definitely will never pay for going to see another movie. Never. I will bootleg, download. If I got to peep through a crack of it in a window somewhere, I'm never going to pay for it. Everything they did sucked. And then the whole Resistance just got reduced to like 15 people eating sandwiches in the damn ship. You know, so
it's pretty bad.
It's pretty horrible that all those people had to die. And now what? Now I want to see who's all going to show up in the next movie. All these people all of a sudden going to pop up and be like,
oh man, was that you calling? I'm sorry, man. We were busy. I was at the show over here. Where the rest of y'all at?
Wasn't it like 17 ships? Like 1,400 people? Y'all got a basketball team now.
I would have done what they did in the movie with Rey and Kylo when they were fighting in the throne room. Like, just turning it off and on a little bit. Like, that was good, because nobody's ever done that lightsaber movie. Like, if you wanted to quickly kill somebody with the lightsaber, that'd be the way to do it. Just like...
You put your saber up like to block it, just turn it off and just go. But, you know, like I said, that's thinking common sense with the movie.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
Yes.
This is my dad. This is my dad.
May the Force be with you.
Another reason why Star Wars is trash now, Rogue One. Rogue One was stupid. Like, I honestly agree with this. Rogue One was just retarded. And if you look in the beginning footage, they don't even have the traditional Star Wars roll where they roll exposition up for you. They don't even have it in that movie. And it's called a Star Wars story, right? Where are the paragraphs at? One of the main and biggest flaws about Rogue One was the characters weren't even developed. They weren't memorable. I don't know any of their names. I had to Google that shit. The only characters whose names I know are Chirrut, the blind man, and KS-20, the droid. They were the only two characters I liked. The droid was funny, and the blind man was cool. Like, I'm going like, he's Force sensitive? Like, we got another Jedi in this piece? Characters who didn't get any backstory, coming in the story to do one thing and then get killed off. Like, everybody's getting killed off like it's their turn and shit. That's messed up. Like, they got a number, like, number 172, yeah, it's your time to die in the plot. BAM! People were dying left and right in a row. That was crazy. These days, Star Wars it's kind of trash. I'm not even going to talk about the bullshit that is Star Wars Rebel. That's garbage all on its own. Just all on its own. Throw that in the bin, my boy. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about this video. Thank you for watching the video. Yo, swag.